It was an ordinary Tuesday, the kind that fades to gray. The coffee shop was crowded, I was trying not to stay. I had a window table and a novel I'd half read, a list of places I should be, 1,000 words unsaid. The door swung open gently and the autumn wind blew through, and something shifted quietly, and that something, it was you. You shook the rain off your umbrella, smiled at no one there, and somehow all the noise around me thinned into the air. I didn't know your name yet, didn't know your favorite song, didn't know the way you laughed too loud, or that you'd prove me wrong about the walls I built up carefully, about the life I'd planned. I just knew I couldn't look away and couldn't understand. Maybe this is how it starts, two strangers in the same light, finding something familiar in a face they've never seen. Maybe hearts don't need a reason, maybe time don't need a night, maybe home is just a person standing right between the lines. And I felt it like a tide coming in without a sound, the softest kind of falling, not falling down. You ordered something warm and sat 2 tables down from me. You pulled out a worn-out notebook filled with things I couldn't see, but your pen would stop sometimes and you would look up toward the glass, like you were searching for a story in the people walking past. And once, just once, your eyes caught mine a half a second's worth, and you smiled, the kind of smile that felt like something rare on earth. I looked back at my novel, but I hadn't read a word. The page was full of letters, but it's only you I heard. I rearranged my reasons, told myself it's nothing here, just the coffee and the cold outside and too much atmosphere. But the truth sat in my chest like something waiting to be named, like the feeling before thunder, like a candle catching flame. Maybe this is how it starts, two strangers in the same light, finding something familiar in a face they've never seen. Maybe hearts don't need a reason, maybe time don't need a night, maybe home is just a person standing right between the lines. And I felt it like a tide coming in without a sound, the softest kind of falling, not falling down. I've heard that love announces itself with all its noise, grand gestures under streetlights, and 100 perfect words. But no one told me it could slip in quiet as a choice, as simple as a Tuesday and as soft as wings of birds. You gathered up your coat and things and headed for the door. And somewhere in that moment, something in me kept a score. Not of what I'd lost by staying silent in my chair, but of how the whole world looked different because you had been there. I told myself I'd let it go, the way you always do. But some things leave a fingerprint in everything you view. And that smile, God, that smile you gave, it followed me back home. And somehow the apartment felt a little less alone. Maybe this is how it starts, two strangers in the same light, finding something familiar in a face they've never seen. Maybe hearts don't need a reason, maybe time don't need a night. Maybe home is just a person standing right between the lines. And I felt it like a tide coming in without a sound, the softest kind of falling, not falling down. I didn't know your name that day, I didn't know our story yet, just that ordinary Tuesday, the one I can't forget, the one that held the beginning of the rest of everything. When two hearts found their direction in a small, unnoticed thing. When two hearts found their direction in a small, unnoticed thing. I went back to that coffee shop on Thursday just by chance, or maybe not by chance at all, maybe a second glance that life was giving quietly to someone too afraid to speak the first time round, to stay, to let the moment fade. I ordered what I always do and found my usual spot. Told myself you wouldn't be there, tried to want you not. But the door swung open gently and the bell rang soft and clear. And there you were again, like the universe said here. My heart did something stupid, like it recognized a name. It hadn't learned to say it, but it knew you all the same. The kind of knowing that lives deep below your thinking mind, the kind that pulls you forward when your logic falls behind. So here we are again now, same room, different day. Two people circling something neither knows how to say. The world keeps spinning faster, but this corner holds us still. Like gravity decided this was somewhere that it will pull two hearts a little closer, write a line we haven't read, turn a maybe into something, turn a feeling into said. 'Cause the second time the universe tries, it tries a little louder. And I'm done pretending that I don't hear it calling out. You picked the table by the window, one away from mine, and spread your notebook open like you were drawing out a line between the world you carried and the one outside the glass. And I watched you think in silence, the way poets watch things pass. Then your coffee tipped, just barely, and you caught it with a laugh. That laugh I hadn't heard before, but somehow knew by half. Loud and unashamed and real, the kind that fills a room. And just like that, you scattered every last piece of my gloom. You looked up, still half laughing, and you caught me watching you. And instead of looking away this time, I didn't either, did you? 3 seconds, maybe 4, the whole cafe held its breath. And something in those seconds felt like life more than the rest. So here we are again now, same room, different day. 2 people circling something neither knows how to say. The world keeps spinning faster, but this corner holds us still. Like gravity decided this was somewhere that it will pull 2 hearts a little closer, write a line we haven't read, turn a maybe into something, turn a feeling into said. 'Cause the second time the universe tries, it tries a little louder. And I'm done pretending that I don't hear it calling out. You said, I think I've seen you here before. And I said, yeah, I think so too. Like the whole thing was casual, like my hands weren't shaking through, like I hadn't replayed Tuesday 40 times inside my head. Like I didn't want to tell you every single thing instead. But we started slow and easy, like a song that finds its key. You told me you were writing something, I said, so am I, me. You laughed again, and this time it was pointed right at me. And I felt the walls come down, just like I always hoped they'd be. We talked until the rain picked up, and talked until it stopped. And somewhere in the middle of it all, the small talk dropped. You told me something real, and I told something real right back. And the whole afternoon turned golden on a gray sky, fading black. So here we are again now, same room, different day. 2 people who were strangers, finding something brave to say. The world kept spinning faster, but that corner held us still. Like gravity decided this was somewhere that it will pull 2 hearts a little closer, write the line we finally read, turn a maybe into something, turn a feeling into said. 'Cause the second time the universe tries, it tries a little louder. And I'm done pretending that I don't hear it calling out. You wrote your number in my notebook, in the margin small and neat, and said in case you come back Thursday, like it wasn't you I'd seek. I smiled and said I might, already knowing that I would. Already knowing Thursday was the start of something good. Already knowing Thursday was the start of something good. I called you on a Wednesday, one day early, couldn't wait. Told myself I'd give it till the weekend. Told myself, be straight. But your number in my notebook kept on glowing like a sign. And at 8:30 I caved and drew a breath and dialed the line. You picked up on the second ring, a little out of breath, like you've been waiting to but wouldn't say it, holding it like death. You said hello, I said your name, the first time on my tongue. And something about saying it felt ancient and yet young. We talked like we've been doing it for years without a break, like the silences were comfortable, like neither one was fake, like two people who had circled close enough to finally land. And I held the phone so tightly just to feel you in my hand. The first time I said your name out loud, I felt the whole world shift, like a key inside a lock that I had carried as a gift. Something I'd been holding without knowing what it's for. And then I heard your voice and suddenly I knew it was your door. It was your laugh, your breath, your quiet on the other end of a line. It was everything I didn't know I needed. It was mine. The first time I said your name, the night got warmer, I swear. And I knew that I was standing at the edge of something rare. You told me you've been writing, but the words kept coming wrong. That you've been trying to say something, but it didn't fit the song. I said I understood that feeling, living half inside your head, where everything sounds perfect till you try to get it said. You laughed and said exactly like the thought is clean and bright, but somewhere between feeling it and speaking it, it's night. And I thought, that's it, that's everything, that's what I cannot say. That you were bright and I'd been living somewhere in the gray. We stayed on till past midnight and the city fell asleep, and you were talking softer than like something you would keep, like a secret or a candle or the last light in the room. And your voice was full of warmth, the way the morning fills with bloom. The first time I said your name out loud, I felt the whole world shift, like a key inside a lock that I had carried as a gift. Something I'd been holding without knowing what it's for. And then I heard your voice and suddenly I knew it was your door. It was your laugh, your breath, your quiet on the other end of a line. It was everything I didn't know I needed. It was mine. The first time I said your name, the night got warmer, I swear. And I knew that I was standing at the edge of something rare. You asked me what I'm scared of, and I almost told the truth. Almost said you this, the way you sound like living proof that everything I gave up on could still somehow come around. Instead I said the dark, and you said me too, and the ground felt still. steadier beneath me than it had in years and years. Two people in the dark together, talking down their fears. You said, well then we'll have to be each other's porch light on. And something in that sentence made me feel less of alone. The first time I said your name out loud, it wasn't just a word, it was a door, a window. It was every song I'd heard that I had never quite believed. The ones about the fall, the ones about the finding. I had doubted them all, but there you were, just breathing on the other end of night. And I said your name again, just to confirm you felt right. Said your name again, like something I had always known. Said your name and for the first time felt like coming home. We said goodnight 3 times before we actually let go. The kind of goodbye neither one of us was ready for. And so I lay there in the quiet with your name still on my lips, like the sweetest kind of beginning, like a solar eclipse, like the sweetest kind of beginning, like a solar eclipse. We met on a Saturday beneath the open sky. You picked a little farmer's market, said you'd tell me why. When I got there, and I got there 20 minutes before you, and spent them rearranging myself, pretending to browse through. You showed up in a yellow scarf and found me by the flowers. And just like that, the morning turned into the kind of hours that stretch and slow like honey, like the world agreed to pause and give us something unhurried, give us something without claws. We walked without a destination, talked without a plan. You pointed out the things you loved, I loved them too, and ran out of ways to seem indifferent, out of reasons to be cool. And somewhere near the bread stall I completely lost the duel, 'cause you reached for my hand like it was nothing, like it was always there, like hands were made for holding, and you simply didn't care about the space we'd kept between us, all the careful lines we drew. You just reached across the morning, and the morning let you through. And I felt it all at once then, every wall I'd ever made, every careful guarded corner where I'd hidden and I'd stayed, come undone in half a second, in the warmth of something true, in the quiet, easy miracle of your hand finding mine and you. We stopped to share a pastry at a bench beside a tree. You broke the bigger half off without thinking, gave it me like the smallest of the gestures that you didn't even know were the ones that found the cracks in me and softened all the stone. You talked about your childhood and the town where you were small, a yellow house, a tire swing, a dog you loved most of all. And I watched your eyes go somewhere far and tender and alive, and thought, this is the person I want always to survive. Not survive like saving, but like witnessing a thing, like being there to see the life a life like yours could bring, like standing close enough to feel the warmth of what you are, near enough to call you mine, not close enough to scar. 'Cause you reached for my hand like it was nothing, like it was always there, like hands were made for holding, and you simply didn't care about the space we'd kept between us, all the careful lines we drew. You just reached across the morning, and the morning let you through. And I felt it all at once then, every wall I'd ever made, every careful guarded corner where I'd hidden and I'd stayed, come undone in half a second, in the warmth of something true, in the quiet, easy miracle of your hand finding mine and you. We stayed until the market closed and vendors packed their things, until the afternoon went golden with that light that autumn brings. You didn't let go walking back, just held on shore and slow, like you'd already decided. And you wanted me to know, not with a speech, not with a question, not with anything grand, just the steady, simple pressure of you keeping hold my hand. And I thought of every moment that it led me to right here, every wrong turn, every winter, every long and lonely year. And I couldn't bring myself to wish a single one away. If the sum of all that searching led me to the Saturday, to a yellow scarf, a farmer's market, flowers, bread, and you, to the most important thing I'd found disguised as something new. You reached for my hand like it was nothing, but it changed my everything. Like the simplest of the gestures was the one to move the string. And I held on like I meant it, held on like I knew the score, held on like a person who'd been looking for this door. And I'm not the kind to say things that I haven't earned the right, but walking home beside you through the slowly falling light, I knew something I'd been running from was finally worth the land. The day you changed my whole life, just by reaching for my hand. You said goodbye at my corner, said you'd call me later on, and I watched you walk away, still feeling everywhere you'd gone, still feeling every finger, every second, every thread of the thing we hadn't named yet, but had already said. Of the thing we hadn't named yet, but had already said. It came the way that fear does, quiet, creeping, uninvited. A Tuesday night in November, when the whole sky felt divided. You'd said something without meaning it, I'd heard it differently, and the space between our versions grew to somewhere I couldn't see. I sat across the table from the person I'd been choosing, and felt the cold, familiar pull of someone bracing for the losing. Old habit, old protection, the same story, different year. Build the exit before they do, disappear before the fear. I went quiet like I always do when things start feeling real. You noticed but said nothing, giving me the room to feel. But the room felt like a hallway, and the hallway felt like flight. And I was halfway out the door, inside myself that night. And I almost let you go, I almost chose pack the parts of me I'd just begun believing were worth someone staying for, worth someone's patient hand. Almost folded everything before you'd made me understand that running isn't safety and the walls aren't made of truth. That every time I disappeared, I was disappearing proof of something real, something worthy, something built to last the storm. I almost let you go that night before you pulled me back to warm. You reached across the silence like you'd done it all before. Not pushing, not demanding, just your hand upon the floor. Of all the space between us, just a quiet, patient stay. Like you had all the time on earth and weren't going away. You said, I'm not afraid of this, whatever this is now. And I wanted to believe you, but I couldn't figure how someone could look straight at all my fractures and my fear and choose to pull their chair in closer, choose to still be here. I said, I do this, push away when things are good and close. I find a way to wreck the things that matter to me most. You nodded like you'd heard that before. Said, I know, I see it clear, but I'm not leaving just because you're testing if I'll disappear. And I almost let you go. I almost chose the leaving, almost packed the parts of me I'd just begun believing were worth someone staying for, worth someone's patient hand. Almost folded everything before you'd made me understand that running isn't safety and the walls aren't made of truth. That every time I disappeared, I was disappearing proof of something real, something worthy, something built to last the storm. I almost let you go that night before you pulled me back to warm. You didn't fix it with a speech, you didn't make it neat. You just sat there in the middle of my mess and didn't retreat. And slowly, like a thaw, like ice that knows the spring is near, I felt the locked up parts of me begin to reappear. I told you things I'd never said, things buried in the bone, the kind of things that sound too heavy carrying alone. And you held every word of it like something that'd weighed, like it mattered that I trusted you, like it wasn't too late. We stayed up till the city slept and talked the whole fear through, not solving it completely, but arriving somewhere new, a place where I could show you all my broken, doubting parts, and you could choose to stay there at the center of my heart. That's not a small thing, God, that's not a small thing at all. To love someone enough to catch them every time they fall. And I almost let you go. I almost chose the running, almost turned my back on everything that was becoming the life I'd been too frightened to admit I wanted most. You and all this realness, not a safe and careful ghost, but you sat there in my winter like you were built for cold, like you'd signed up for the harder parts, the stories yet untold. And I'm still here, still learning how to stay when things feel true. The night I almost lost it all, the night I chose you. We fell asleep on the couch that night with the television low, your head upon my shoulder and nowhere left to go. And I lay there in the almost dark and felt the fear recede, like you'd become the answer to a question I'd agreed to stop asking. stop asking anymore. Like you'd become the answer, and I'd finally found the door. Like you'd become the answer, and I'd finally found the door. Nobody tells you that the love songs get it slightly wrong, that the biggest kind of love isn't the chorus of the song. It's not the grand confessions underneath a painted sky. It's not the airport running scene or the dramatic goodbye. It's a Sunday morning kitchen with the radio turned low, you burning toast and laughing at yourself because you know you've burned it every Sunday since before I even came. And I love you so completely in the middle of that flame. It's the grocery list you text me with, a drawing of a cat. It's the way you steal the blanket and don't even know you're at it. It's the 1,000 tiny moments that don't look like love at all, that are everything, are the whole of it, that's all. Every ordinary day with you is where I want to live. Not the highlight reel, not the perfect scene, but everything you give. In the in-between, the Tuesday, the forgettable, the plain, the way you say good morning like it's sunshine after rain. I don't need the extraordinary, I don't need the breathless height, just the ordinary magic of you reading me at night. Just the quiet of your breathing and the warmth beside my face. Every ordinary day with you is my favorite kind of place. You remember how I take my tea without me having to say. You know which songs I need to hear, depending on the day. You can tell my moods before I've even spoken them out loud. You're the only one who finds me when I'm lost inside a crowd. We've built a whole vocabulary that nobody else speaks, a language made of references collected over weeks and months and seasons, inside jokes that only land with us. A whole private world assembled without any kind of fuss. And I used to think that love was something blazing, something loud, something that announced itself and gathered you a crowd. But here you are, the quietest revolution I have known, making everywhere we are together feel like home. Every ordinary day with you is where I want to live. Not the highlight reel, not the perfect scene, but everything you give. In the in-between, the Tuesday, the forgettable, the plain, the way you say good morning like it's sunshine after rain. I don't need the extraordinary, I don't need the breathless height, just the ordinary magic of you reading me at night. Just the quiet of your breathing and the warmth beside my face. Every ordinary day with you is my favorite kind of place. We've had the hard ones too, the days that didn't glow, the arguments that circled us and nowhere left to go, the days we were two strangers in the house we built together, the days that tested everything, the unforgiving weather. But we always found our way back to the kitchen and the light, to sorry and I love you and a long talk through the night. And I think that's what they mean when people say that love is choice. It's choosing every morning to come back to this, to your voice. To the burned toast and the stolen sheets and every small routine. To the life that isn't perfect, but is everything I mean. When I try to find the language for the thing I can't contain, you're the answer and the question, and the sunshine and the rain. You're the home I didn't know I had a blueprint for inside. You're the place I stopped performing and just simply get to ride. You're the person I was always going to arrive at. I believe the ordinary miracle I never want to leave. Every ordinary day with you is where I choose to stay. Not because there's nothing else, but because nothing pulls away the way that you do, quietly, completely, without end. You're my lover and my shelter and my most important friend. I don't need the extraordinary, I don't need the neon height, just the ordinary magic of us finding home each night. Just the sound of you beside me, and the life we're building still. Every ordinary day with you. And I always, always will. So here we are still, choosing, still becoming, still alive, still learning how to love each other better, still we strive. Still burning toast on Sunday, still the radio turned low, still finding new things in each other everywhere we go. Still finding new things, still going, still home. I've been thinking about that Tuesday and the rain against the glass, the coffee shop, the autumn wind, how fast and slow it passed. How I almost didn't go that day, almost stayed in bed, almost let the ordinary swallow me instead. And I think about the thread of it, how thin it was, how small, how one turned differently and there'd have been no you at all. No yellow scarf, no farmer's market, no notebook, no first call, no hand across the morning, no catching me mid-fall. And it terrifies me gently, in the way that wonder does, that love isn't just a feeling, it's a miracle, because every single moment had to land exactly where it fell, for me to find the one person I was always meant to tell. That you are home, you are every door I've walked through in the cold, you are every light I followed, every story I've been told that I didn't quite believe in, till you made it true for me. You're the place I stop pretending and just finally get to be. You are home, not four walls and a roof, but something living warm. You're the eye I found inside the long and years-long storm, and I'd walk every wrong road again, every hard and hollow mile, just to end up in that coffee shop and see you smile. We've come a long way from the people that we used to be. You softened something stubborn, I gave something back to free. The part of you that hid behind the notebook and the pen, the part that didn't trust the world to choose you now and then. We grew each other slowly like two plants beside a wall, reaching for the same light without meaning to it all. And now I look at us and see a thing I can't explain. How two people so uncertain built something so certain from the pain. I don't have the kind of language that can hold what this has been. Every season, every version, every place we live between. But I know that I would choose you at the start of every road. Know that you're the only one I'd share this kind of load. 'Cause you are home, you are every door I walked through in the cold. You were every light I followed, every story I've been told that I didn't quite believe in, till you made it true for me. You're the place I stop pretending and just finally get to be. You are home, not four walls and a roof, but something living warm. You're the eye I found inside the long and years-long storm. And I'd walk every wrong road again, every hard and hollow mile, just to end up in that coffee shop and see you smile. So here is what I know now, after everything we've crossed. Love isn't about finding someone perfect, it's about getting lost beside someone who finds you in the fog and says stay near, who holds the map and drops it 'cause they'd rather just be here. It's the Thursday calls and Saturdays and bridges we have burned. It's the apologies we meant and all the things we learned about ourselves by loving hard and choosing not to quit. About how two imperfect people make a perfect fit. Not perfect like a postcard, not perfect like a song, perfect like two people who keep choosing all along. And I wanna keep on choosing you through every coming year, through every ordinary miracle of having you right here, through the burnt toast and the blanket wars and all the in-between, through every version yet to come of everything we've been. I wanna say your name until it's worn soft on my tongue. Wanna love you in the old age like I loved you when we were young. You are home, you were always gonna be the one I'd find at the end of every detour, through the corners of my mind. You're the answer I stopped looking for, and then you simply came. Two strangers in a coffee shop, nothing stayed the same. You are home, not a place I go, but something that I am when I'm standing next to you and holding on to your hand. And I'd walk every wrong road again without a single doubt, 'cause every road I ever walked was just you finding me out. So here's to that Tuesday and the rain that brought you in. Here's to every moment that was quietly a begin. Here's to you, just you, the whole of it, the then and the now and when the day our